Look at this thing. Wow, that thing's sharp. Hey everybody, welcome back. Stone Broke Adventure, Boston Whaler Restoration. I don't even know what part it is, but look what I got. I got power. So Clark, the old man that left me the boat, his daughter called me up and told me that there was a couple old motors sitting out underneath the shed. I wanted to come pick them up, and I got 225 Mercuries. So one of them is a short shaft. Looks like this is going to be the one. I don't know if they run or how well they run, but we got parts motor. We got the one that's going on the boat. Man, this just saved me a ton of money. This is going to be perfect for that little boat. Got a little dolphin on the back. So yeah. All right. Woo! So this is all the hardware other than the rails that I'd pulled off the boat. So we're gonna have to sort everything out here. We got to get this brass all cleaned up. We got the lifting eyes we got to clean up. A lot of this hardware has been eliminated because we're taking the rails off. I don't like the stainless rails, but let's start on polishing these little eyes, see what they look like when we get finished. All right, we're gonna take these eyelets off the bolts. We're gonna start polishing this up with just good old-fashioned never dull wadding and see how they turn out. You can see there's just a little bit of pitting in there, but everything looks really good. I think these are gonna polish up really nice. Just gonna clean up the threads on these. A little wire brush, get everything cleaned up. Maybe a little OCD here, but since everything's apart, let's go ahead and get everything cleaned up. Get that corrosion out of those threads. See, this never dull is really nice stuff. Real easy to use. All right, let's go ahead and put some marine sealant on these eyelets. These eyelets, the flat part goes up, kind of follow the contour of the back of the transom there. Same thing on the back side here. We're going to put a little bit of the sealant on back here before we tighten everything down, before we put the bolts on or the backer nut. All right, the round one goes on the inside. Put your little washer on there. Now you can see there, we've got it all cleaned up, installed, looking good. We got the other one to do here. I'll show you that when it's done. So we got the bow eye on now. All right, that's all set. Now we got to get the little brass cleats cleaned up and the holes in the back corner. So here we have our brass pieces. See how gnarly those look. We're gonna get that cleaned up. We've got salt, vinegar, little container, set everything in here. Pour the salt and vinegar over top. We've already kind of polished these, but we're gonna get them all cleaned up real nice. Pour salt in here. That should be good, huh? Pour our vinegar on top. We're gonna let that soak for a little bit, see how that works. You see it's starting to bubble up there already. So we'll keep an eye on this. You see here, this was one of those old nasty ones. That was the bottom. You can see it's already starting to just etch that away. It's been 30 minutes maybe. We'll leave this in here for an hour or two and that should be spotless. But it's got all these bubbles coming up. So it's definitely working. You see that one where the bottom was? Look at that. Oh yeah, it's just starting to look good. So we had the white rub rail. It was super stained. We tried bleaching it. We couldn't get it cleaned up. We have this black rub rail. I put it up on the boat. It actually looks pretty good. We're gonna clean this up. This is what we're gonna use. We can always change it out later if we want, but it actually looks pretty good. Just got a garbage can here full of soapy water. We're just scrubbing this up. And this black actually cleans up really good. I don't know how old this is, but I know it's been sitting there a while. But we're gonna put some protectant on it after we get done scrubbing it. And this is what we're gonna put on the boat. All right, so we started putting on the rub rail. It's the black rub rail. We've got it clamped up. This is actually kind of a soft rubber rub rail. A lot of people complain about those hard rub rails, hard to bend, but it's a hot day today, and this is just folding right around. But this is old used rub rail. Like I say, I dug this out of the pile. If you look here, this rub rail, it has this hard plastic insert. You can see right here, almost like a washer. So that goes inside the groove, and that's what you're gonna screw to fasten it to the side. So we're gonna set the tripod up. We have this kind of set in place, and we're just gonna start from the back and start working forward. Put a little bit of marine sealant on each screw. We're gonna pre-drill the hole, put a little bit of marine sealant on each screw, and then screw it in, but we don't wanna strip those screws out. It's not gonna take a lot to hold this. It looks like every screw hole is about 4 inches apart. We're gonna skip, we're gonna do 8 inches. And then if we need to, we'll come back and fill every hole in. These are the screws that I'm using here. Number 8 by 1 inch, stainless steel. Little flathead screws. So I think I'm gonna start here, kind of in the middle. Start here, work back, and then work forward from there. Oh yeah, that's gonna work nice. That's gonna work really nice. So we're just gonna go ahead and start screwing these in. Yeah, so just take your time with this. Pre-drill the hole, put some caulk on the screw, run the screw in, and make sure you don't strip it. There you go. Rub rails on. Looking good. I was worried about the black rub rail, but it really looks sharp on there. Gives it a really nice contrast. Yeah, so on to the next step. Let's polish some brass, I guess. So it's been soaking for about 4 hours. You see there, these are ready to polish up. Watch how easy this cleans up with a green scrunchie. Look at that. That polish right up. Beautiful. Yeah, so we got the brass in. Look at that. This thing is really starting to take shape now. Looks like a boat. It doesn't look like a project anymore. Everything looks great. Got the rub rail trimmed. Still need to put the little rub rail cap on. Ooh-wee. I am stoked. Any of the flaws in the paint, the more and more trim work we put on this, any of those flaws that we had in the paint just kind of start disappearing. So yeah, definitely happy with the way this is going. Look at this thing. Wow, that thing's sharp. I think we're gonna go with black lettering, black numbers, black whaler decal. I mean, it's not traditional, but what do you guys think? That'll look sharp. So we got another little surprise here. Let's go ahead and look in the shed, show you what we got. We have, look at that, the original mahogany, the original mahogany side rails. We got 4 of them, 2 different types, or 2 different setups. One of them is the setup for the cable steering, and then 2 are just for the bench seats that we'll be able to modify. Let's pull these out, give you guys a closer look. Yeah, look at this. That's the jackpot right there. We got the original mahogany. 4 full pieces for the bench. For the console, we're just gonna have to figure out how we want to lay this thing out. But yeah, so I guess on the next episode, we're gonna start sanding and finishing all this mahogany up and install it. So from Stone Broke Adventure, until next time, bloop.